Hi, welcome back to R3 Energy Solutions. This is part 2 of our series on how to build a solar energy collector. In this video, we'll show you how to finish your collector, and we'll also give you a couple different options for your pump. We'll also show how to add your fittings and pipe to your collector, as well as adding a cover. For this project, we used a solar panel that's used mainly on boats. This one has a maximum power of about 5 watts and an operating voltage at about 17 volts. You'll have to move the solar panel up so that the collector doesn't cast a shadow on it and it has access to full sun. To do this, you can build a base for your solar panel. Cut out some 2x4s to the dimensions of your solar panel. Then connect them with some 2.5-inch screws. Now to attach the base to the collector. Pre-drill a couple of holes in the long side of the base. Position the base to the side of the collector with the inlet and outlet. Then you can attach it with some screws. You can put the wires from the solar panel inside the base. Just make sure you cut out a notch for the wires to come out. Next, you're going to need 4 of these L brackets. Put one side over the solar panel and then just drill the other end into the base. This is the pump we used. It's specifically made to handle hot water, and it's a DC 12-volt pump. You'll need a couple of these caps for wiring the solar panel to the pump. Strip the wires like here for the solar panel and pump. Attach the 2 negative wires by twisting them together. Then place a cap on the end. You can do the same for the 2 positive wires. Now just wrap it all up with some electrical tape. We used 2 push-to-connect shark bite fittings. They were both 3/8 to 1/2 inch. These are super easy to apply. Just place the plastic insert inside the pipe and then just slide the shark bite fitting over on top. You can give it a good tug just to make sure it's on there right. You'll also need some 1/2-inch PEX pipe. The length of the pipe needed really is dependent on how far away the collector is from the heat exchanger. You'll need at least double that length. Cut 2 pieces of PEX pipe, they're at about 8 inches long, and then sand down both ends. Add in the plastic insert from the shark bite fitting and connect it. You can cut off a piece of the EPDM insulation and cover up the pipes. You saw our last video, you know that we had to create an extension, so we're just doing that here, cutting out a piece of plywood. We added 2 SharkBite fittings to our pump. Both were 1/2 inch and one side was threaded while the other side was pushed to connect. Then just connect that to your PEX pipe. Then we're going to attach our pump down to our collector. We just cut out a small piece of 2x4 to prop it up. This shows us screwing in our extension to the rest of the collector. If you cut out your base to the correct dimensions, you can just skip this step. Now to screw down our pump. Using some 1.5 inch screws, attach the small piece of 2x4 down to the base. Using a pencil, just mark where you want your screws to go. You'll probably need to use a screwdriver to put in your screws, so go ahead and pre-drill down about 1/2 inch for each of your holes. Now just screw it down. Next we're going to attach our valve. This one's by SharkBite and is a 1/2 inch ball valve. It'll help us adjust the flow later. Just go ahead and attach that like you did all the other SharkBite couplings. Pay close attention to the arrow on the side of the ball valve. It should be facing towards the collector when you attach it. Then you can wrap it up in insulation. You can screw it down to the base the same way you did for the pump. If you chose the solar panel option, it should look something like this at this point. Cut your remaining PEX in half and attach it to both sides. You can attach your polycarbonate cover by using 1/2 inch screws along the sides of the collector. To prevent condensation from forming on the inside, you can add some desiccants or silica gel packets. And now to the submersible pump option. Pretty much any pond pump will do, as long as it's at least 60 gallons per hour. You can connect it to the PEX by using a SharkBite connection. This one is one side threaded and one side pushed to connect. Grab a bucket that's at least a few inches taller than the height of the pump. Cover it with some Armaflex insulation and zip tie it down. You can also create a lid out of the insulation. And that's it. Now all you have to do is add some insulation around the PEX pipe and you're done. Watch the next video in the series to see how you can get started making some hot water.